It's the Jack Henke Show on Facebook Live, coming to you live in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. Facebook Live, it's all live. We're all living, we're all live. Lisa Curtis is here today. She's going to sling the news and the views.
Our intrepid reporter. She's been plugged in forever into the local scene.
She's on the streets, so we don't have to be.
She's a streetwalker.
We'll get it. Well, we'll check in and see how things are going. You know,
how's tricks?
Everything's working. Oh no! Oh man! So there we go. Yesterday was a strange day. Your car working today?
Loud.
Everything okay? Loud.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Tune it down, dude. Yeah. I'm down to my last key, which is only a matter of time till I lose that one too. And I'll say, "What the fob?"
Yes.
I still don't know what fob and happened to that key from yesterday. So
that's
if anybody
weird.
Sees a BMW fob floating around Main Street, Cedarburg, please let me know. That would be wonderful.
Are you really using this show to shill for your key?
You bet. You bet.
How am I doing now, audio wise? A little better?
Better, yeah.
Okay,
much better.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, I gotta get those settings locked in.
Yeah, a little bit of an echo, but you're all right. You're not bad for you.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
For you, it's not bad. It's good for you.
It works for me.
Yes.
I wear it well.
Well, I don't know if I'd go that far. However,
yes.
I thought of where, how my story went off the rails yesterday. And I came back in and I said, what was the point of this? The point was,
yes, I remember that well.
John Lorand was giving a review of our show, and he said, "Yeah, Jack just gives it to this guy, and this other guy is pretty. He just takes it, and he just keeps on going. He just takes it." And I said, "Well, I tone it down for when we're live on."
That is true. That is true. I feel I feel downright coddled from 8 to 9.
Coddled. First old fart word of the day. It is 8:03, and boom, he's on a roll.
No. Tell Mr. Lorenz I come from a long line of second bananas and second fiddles who have been beaten and ravaged. It's part of the school. When you go to like second banana school, they're like, okay, your host is going to kick the crap out of you every single day, so this is how you take it,
Second fiddle.
Yeah.
You were in the band? Did you play an instrument when you were a kid?
I did. I played a lot of piano.
Recorder. I did too.
You were a piano guy?
Yeah.
You don't strike me as one.
I'd like to strike you.
With a piano.
at least. Both ebony and ivory.
I figured you'd be selling pianos like in the back alley, 88 fingers Louis.
Like
see,
Bob
John,
came.
I get my licks in too, John. Don't worry.
Yuck. Licks. What are you drinking today? Folgers again?
No,
crap?
sir. I will have you know that in this wonderful cup here,
better be right,
is the birthday cake blend from Java House.
There you go.
My coworker, it's really good.
What makes it the birthday? What does it taste like?
It's basically, it's always nice to have a cup of hot coffee with birthday cake. This blend takes care of it all in one.
What?
So, it's a hint of birthday cake flavor. It's fantastic. It's really good.
You can actually taste it, not just smell it.
Oh, absolutely, you can. Yeah. Yep,
Java House makes the best flavored coffees. They roast their own flavored coffees. They ain't sending away for them.
Yeah. I love their old fashioned.
I even have a cup.
There you go. Excellent. A little visual aid. And Monday's the big day for our friends over at the Java.
That's right. They're open, limited seating. They ask if you wear a mask until you get to your table once you're inside, but you know how those mask rules go. It's like,
I think they should be much more draconian. You need to keep a mask on while you're
draconian.
Drinking. Yes. I think they need to force you
draconian,
to keep a mask
and I missed
on
one.
While you're eating and while you're drinking. You have to pour the coffee through your mask, somehow ram that cinnamon roll through your mask. Come on.
Birthday cake coffee through your mask?
Absolutely. Can you imagine the floor and the tables? It'd be awesome. Animal House.
It should smell good. That's for sure. Ooh. Yeah. So it's a big day. Be interesting to see. A lot of people love that window service. That's pretty cool.
It's fun.
It's worked well. Talk about resourcefulness in the midst of dire straits.
Absolutely.
which is one of the great bands of all time. But I digress. I thought you were doing the news.
I thought so too. Actually,
what? I got to do my job?
Good morning. What? Actually, I have to go close my door. I forgot to close the studio door, and I don't want this to spill out. So be entertaining for 40 seconds, will you?
I'm surprised Wonder Weasel didn't come and bolt it from the outside and say, "Stay in there, stay in there, creep." Oh, look, everybody, look. There's Jeff's aerobics for the day. He's.
God, I had to go close the door.
All right, I have to ask. You are the king of the short sleeve button downs.
Thank you.
I got to ask you. Please tell me you never wear a tie with a short sleeve shirt. Please tell me that at least.
I totally would.
If I had a tie.
I keep combing the dumpsters in town for, someone put a tie out for me.
Actually, funny, all my ties went in the dumpster when we moved. Yeah. And I had like,
an act of rebellion or something? You were like,
no.
A 9 to 5 drill.
I was like, if I'm getting rid of all this fucking stuff's going, so I just tossed it right in there, and I never thought I'd need a tie again. And then this past summer, we had a wedding to go to, and I needed a tie.
No, you just needed a collar.
Yeah. No, I have a collar.
Reverend.
Yes, irreverent. And a friend of mine gave me 2 ties, and so I took one and wore it that night. And of course, within 10 minutes, the tie was off. It's gone. And
at least you keep your pants on.
It was at the Grand Geneva Resort in Lake Geneva, and they had the wedding was on site on the grounds. It's a huge place. So there was literally a courtesy van that took you from the lobby of the hotel up to where the wedding reception was.
Sure.
And also gave you rides back. And the next day, my nephew who got married said, "Anybody lose a tie last night?"
Boy.
And I said, I might have. And he said, "What do you mean?" He said, "What do you mean you might have?" I said, "Well, I can't.
For a freebie.
I don't recall." And he said, "Well, someone found it on the courtesy van last night." And I was like, "Oh, that's probably mine." So it was. My friend got his tie back, so we're all good. But I'm still looking for my key fob.
I love happy endings, and I hope your key fob.
Who doesn't?
Hey,
would you get a happy beginning to the news, please? I've been waiting.
It's okay. It's all right. I've seen worse news. Here we go.
You've made worse news.
That's true. All right, folks. Here's the news with who the news would not be the news. It's me. Thousands of intelligence officers could soon face dismissal for not wearing a tie. No, for failing to comply with the U.S.
Failing to be intelligent?
Vaccine mandate, leading some Republican lawmakers to raise concerns about removing employees from agencies critical to national security, like waste removal. All right. Several intelligence agencies had at least 20% of their workforce unvaccinated as of late October, said U.S. Representative Chris Stewart, a Utah Republican, say no more, who is a member of the House Intelligence Committee.
Wait a minute. Go back one further. There is such a thing. That's the ironic laugh thing. House intelligence.
Very love
good. Very good.
I want to serve on that committee because I know it'd be a barrel of laughs.
Oh man,
nothing but yucks.
All you have to do is get elected. You can get elected in Utah. They love your people there.
Doesn't take. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't make it past the gift shop at the border. Some agencies in the 18-member intelligence community had as much as 40% of their workforce unvaccinated. Sounds like certain quarterbacks I know.
Yeah, what the hell?
Said, citing information the administration has provided to the committee, but not released publicly. He declined to identify. Yeah.
I forgot. I got to say hello to Leighton Olson. He's watching this morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Olson.
And he's a big wheel here in Cedarburg, so I wanted to get him in the middle of a news story. So
love your bakery. Love your bakery. He declined to identify the agencies because full information on vaccination rates was classified, which I'm glad that the House Intelligence Committee and the intelligence community can at least classify vaccine information. At least can do that.
Could you please classify that?
Yeah, please classify this.
Yeah. Hey, I got something for you to classify.
Hey, classify that. All right. Well, many people will likely still get vaccinated before the administration's November 22nd deadline for civilian workers. Resistance to the mandate could leave major agencies responsible for national security without some personnel. I hope the guys in the silos, I hope they get backstage, just because if they walk off the job, hey, you and I can go run the silos. And I have a long list of people. I have like just lob an ICBM ad. You might be on the top of the list, Henke.
What if? Yeah, this is so foolish. This whole thing's unnecessary. If they're undercover, all you have to say is they're undercover playing unvaccinated idiots.
I'm in my deep cover mode, an unvaccinated doofus. All right, staying with intelligence, which is something we rarely do here.
Okay.
I like this one. Hey, a Russian analyst who contributed to the dossier. I love dossier. That's a great.
Oh man, that's another old man.
Democratic-funded research into ties between Russia and Donald Trump was arrested Thursday on charges of lying to the FBI, which is very much in vogue nowadays, I hear, about his sources of information. Among them, a longtime supporter of Hillary Clinton, who has a book out the last 2 weeks wrote a thriller with Louise Penny. It's a big bestseller. The case against
Hillary Clinton did?
Yeah, she co-wrote it with her husband. Co-wrote a book with James Patterson. It was a bestseller. So Hillary's like, baby, you ain't getting that. You ain't getting a leg up on me. And we won't even go there.
Yeah, no kidding. I hope both of those Clintons keep their legs down. I want to see no Clinton leg. I want to see no Clinton appendages. No appendages ever.
Right. Well.
In fact, you've never seen Hillary's legs.
Igor Danchenko is
Igor.
Igor. I love that. Part of special counsel John Durham's, that's an easier name to say, ongoing investigations into the origins of the FBI's probe into whether Trump's 2016 campaign and Russia had conspired to tip the outcome of that year's presidential election. The indictment, the third criminal case brought by Durham, he's only done 3. He's just doing well. And the second in a 2-month span is likely to boost complaints from Trump allies that well-connected Democrats worked behind the scenes to advance suspicions about Trump and Russia that contributed to the FBI's election year investigation. Well, what else are they going to do? I mean,
I've said this to you all along. If people are so stupid that they will follow or be influenced by anything that's on Facebook, they deserve what they get.
I think so.
Can you imagine saying, yeah, I was duped by the Russians.
Facebook.
Yeah, by the Russians using Facebook. It's not right.
Facebook also said if I eat more cookies, I'll lose 50 pounds by January.
Yes.
Right next to that story.
Cookie diet.
Absolutely. I've heard good things. Jeffrey Norman, bringing things closer to home. Congratulations to him. He was selected by the Milwaukee Fire and Police Commission to be its police chief for the next 4 years.
Boy.
Yesterday, ending a tumultuous 15-month search for someone to lead the department at a time when police scrutiny is as high as ever. Mr. Norman is a Milwaukee native, joined the department in 1996. He is the second black man to be named chief on a permanent basis in the department's history, coming after Arthur Jones, whose tenure ran from 96 to 03. He had a tumultuous reign, if I remember correctly. That was kind of ripe with corruption during the Jones era, I think.
Rife?
I don't recall. Yeah. Or ripe, whichever one you like. Commissioners said they voted for Norman because they were impressed with his commitment to community-oriented policing, his accessibility, and his .45 Magnum. And his status as a native and lifelong resident of Milwaukee. I hope he's Dirty Jeffrey. Every dirty job that comes along.
Right.
And finally, news that really matters. Movies opening and available today. Of course, in the old days, I used to say opening in theaters today. Now I get to say opening. The opening in theaters is minute compared to available streaming today. So that's where we are at cinematically and culturally. The big one in the theaters is The Eternals, or just Eternals. There's no V. Another Marvel movie. It's going to make billions, and actually looks like fun. They're playing it over at the big house. No, not the prison. At the ultra screen at the North Shore here in town, sort of in town, over in Mequon. So I might check it out. I think it's going to be a pretty cool big screen event. Directed by Chloe Zhao, who was the Oscar winner from last year's Nomadland. And that movie certainly had nothing if not beautiful cinematography. So I think Eternals will at least look good. Yeah, maybe it might be an idiotic movie. I don't know, but it'll look beautiful.
So have you read about the Eternals? Are you
Yeah.
do you have their comic books?
A little. They're weird. It's a weird story. I mean, it's fine. It's like eternal super gods who have been hovering around Earth for millions of years, and probably because of the actions of Thanos in prior Marvel movies, who basically snuffed out the entire universe with a snap of his finger. Now that's a power I want. um, yes, I am a Marvel villain when I'm not here on the radio.
You're a Marvel maven.
Absolutely. So Eternals should be fun. It's the reviews have been middling, sort of at hovering around 50% on the tomato meter. So there we go. Streaming on Apple TV, we got Finch. Tom Hanks. It actually looks like fun. I were a little pissed off about this movie, my writing partner and I. Especially my writing partner. He came to me about 7 or 8 years ago with this idea. Dude, I got this great idea for a movie about a guy and his dog in the apocalypse, and they're gonna befriend a robot and travel across country. Well, Finch stars Tom Hanks as a robotics engineer and one of the few survivors of a cataclysmic solar event that has left the world a wasteland. But Finch, who has been living in an underground bunker for a decade, has built a world of his own that he shares with his dog, Goodyear. A world of robots. So my writing partner is drinking right now heavily. Missed it by that much. Another Get Smart reference this week. So there we are.
How ironic.
It happens all the time. Actually, and then we always try to feel better by saying, well, at least we know we're on the right track. But meanwhile, we're still eating Chef Boyardee, but that's fine. There's a movie called Dangerous on, I believe it's limited release and probably streaming very soon. Sounds kind of interesting. I like the slug line on this one. An ex-con and a reformed sociopath who breaks parole and has the FBI on his tail when he goes rogue to uncover the mystery behind his brother's death. Starts one of my favorite performers, Famke Janssen from GoldenEye. You know what she did in GoldenEye?
No.
Remember her? She played a Russian agent named Natalia on the top. And
it sounds like she should be saying, "What are Moose and Squirrel doing?"
Absolutely. And Natalia, her special skill, like Jaws, who would bite into your neck, or Odd Job with his razor hat, she would squish her male counterparts between her legs to death. That was Natalia on the top. Yeah. I think everyone in the theater, I heard audible gasps.
Audible gasps.
This guy's saying, "What? Can I get your number?" That's actually how I want to go.
I was going to say, there you go. I was waiting for it. You didn't disappoint me.
On my typewritten list at home of ways I want to check out, this is number one.
You don't need the whiteout for that one.
No, certainly not. Certainly not. Not much else opening. There's Amazon Prime has a movie dropping today called The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne. Louis Wayne was many things during his incredible life: artist, inventor, entrepreneur, trying to take best care for his 5 sisters and mother. 2 events changed his life forever: meeting Emily, the love of his life, and adopting Peter, a stray kitten.
What?
That's the movie.
Wow.
So that's The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne.
Did your partner have this one too? Did he write this one
he did not come to me with the kitten adopter taking care of his sisters. I'm like, that's all you got?
That's crazy.
I'm gonna need more.
What else you got?
Yeah, exactly. Spencer just opens today. Spencer Gifts, yeah, over at Northridge. No, Spencer opens today. Of course, the biopic about Princess Diana and Prince Charles.
I thought it was going to be a Spencer mystery.
No.
Oh. Spencer with a C.
Dan Tana, Robert Urich, right?
Is that a terrible miscasting? That's
Vegas?
That's almost as Spencer.
Oh, Spencer. Yeah, that didn't quite work, did it?
It was almost as criminal as Tom Cruise for Jack Reacher, for God's sakes.
Well, you know why they make these decisions, right? Because Hollywood likes money.
And you know why? You know how Lee Child, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
You know how he came up with a name for Jack Reacher?
He's a shorty. He couldn't reach the top stuff on the shelves, right?
No, he's taller. And some woman, he was in a grocery store, and a woman asked him to reach up there and get something from the top shelf. So thus the name of Jack Reacher. And now if it's Tom Cruise, it should be like Jack Croucher. He's such a little shrimp. I'd love to see him up on the high heels of his platform shoes that he wears in movies.
If I had written it being Jewish, he'd be Reacherman. Reacherberg.
Reacher
Stein.
I like Reacher Stein.
There you go. Okay. Pick one. Rabbi Reacher Stein. Okay, real good. That's about it for movies opening.
What
today
about I saw
Oh.
a commercial today for what's that Harry Anderson, that director you like? He
Paul Thomas.
Yeah.
Harry Anderson was Night Court, I believe.
He was better, but more talented.
He's a great stand-up act, that's for sure. Street magician.
Yeah, he was good.
Yeah, he's very good.
But
Licorice Pizza.
No. What's the other one? No, who's the other
Wes
guy?
Anderson.
Wes Anderson. Yeah, see them Anderson.
French Dispatch. Yeah, that actually is playing over the North Shore as well. I wanted to go see it this weekend, but I might go for bubblegum and cotton candy instead and go see Eternals. I could go see a film or I could go see a movie, Jack.
Oh boy. What's your Cine Club going to say if they find out you've been going to bubblegum instead of...
They know I'm unfaithful. they know I screw around.
Oh boy. Well, thanks for taking up all that time with the news. It was like 5 minutes of news. You managed to fit it into a 20-minute window. Well done.
Oh, pretty good. Felt like a big winner.
I got some important shit here.
Okay.
Mr. Bob's Under the Bridge, helping the homeless for 15, 20 years. Regardless, I got an updated list of needs for the changing seasons for our homeless friends in Milwaukee. And it goes like this: blankets, winter clothing, big needs there, men's and women's pants, long underwear, jackets, hats, gloves, and scarves, blankets, shoes, and children's winter clothes. So nothing too surprising there. So if you have any gently used or brand new items that fit this list, Mr. Bob's has 2 collection times at the it's not the volunteer center, it's the nonprofit center in Grafton at 2360 Dakota Drive, Mondays from 4 to 6 and Thursdays from 5 to 7 p.m. Just look up the nonprofit center or look up Mr. Bob's. There it is, Mr. Bob's underthebridge.org, serving your community. And they are serving up needs and dignity for the homeless, which is a great story. And there's Mr. Bob's holding up the mittens. Mr. Bob himself. That's right. Mr. Bob Burmeister. And just a great organization and doing good things. So if you can give a little bit, that would mean a lot. Basically, cold weather gear is what they need. Java House, we mentioned Monday, November 8th, D-Day. I don't know if you were on or you were running off, allegedly going to take care of your battery yesterday when I handled the entire show by myself with the help of Dr. Kelly. But
our guest co-host.
You should have seen her face light up when she heard the Java House is going to be open for inside service. She and her whole family
absolutely love
the Java House. Ted, the kids, they got all kinds of winter drinks going on. And they are going to be open, limited seating on Monday. Get your ass in there and you can even sit down. You can even sit it down somewhere. You can park it inside. Mel's Charities. Do you know what Saturday, November 27th is, Bulldog?
Well, I don't know. I absolutely do not.
It's Saturday after Thanksgiving. And you know what always happens on the Saturday after Thanksgiving? The Grafton Christmas Parade.
Grafton Christmas Parade. All right, very good.
Yes. And Mel's is always a big part of the Grafton Christmas Parade. And following the Christmas Parade, Mel's is proud to join the Bridge Inn and giving thanks and having all kinds of bonuses and fun to benefit veterans, of local veterans in particular. Chris Heron is another thing. He's coming in December 1st. Mel's, he's a powerful speaker on the life of addiction and overcoming it.
Yeah. Absolutely. I think he's been here
Fascinating
before.
story.
Yeah, I think he's been in Cedarburg before, to high school talking or whatever. Yeah, he's going
to be at Grafton High School on this time on December 1st. But the Bridge Inn in Grafton is where you need to get after the Grafton Christmas parade. Come on in, warm up, have a few drinks or not. Just be there to support the veterans. Up to you. Everyone's welcome and invited. And please help the guys who make it possible for us to have holiday parades, the vets. So there we go.
Excellent.
See, I did my bit. I got all that important, heartwarming news in like 4 minutes. Yours was like 22 minutes of fluff and like 2 minutes of news.
Everyone found out about the Eternals. That's all.
the Eternals. Oh, and then we're supposed to be getting a special delivery from. Speaking of donuts, Miss Molly's.
Oh man,
this is
news. This is news.
I don't know when this is going to happen, but you better be nice. You know, maybe a Lakeside Cookie Company will come through for us too.
Nice. I'm going to grovel.
Yes, you're an expert groveler. There's no question about it. In all, I forgot it. Is now we have a wonderful guest. Are we doing a commercial for the bookstore today, big guy?
No,
I see the blank look, mouth hanging open.
How about that? How about this? We'll work on it before 9 o'clock.
Oh, sure.
We're not quite zoned for that.
How about this? How about this? When are we going to have Linda on, your boss?
She mentioned that this week.
The Godfather. Or the Godmother.
The Godmother.
The Godmother of the library, for God's sakes.
People come to her office and say, Godmother, I damaged the cover of this book.
She makes you a lot of offers you can't refuse.
Absolutely.
You get to keep your job if you do this, Bulldog.
That's right. We'll hit you for 15 cents on your account. Speaking of accounts, I just checked the Henke account. Ooh.
Oh, good.
No, I just looked at it. I didn't do anything with it.
I got you.
What do you got? Yeah. Oh, well, look, what have we here?
I didn't lose it.
Oh, good.
All the pages are still in.
All the pages are intact. That's good. All right.
Hang on.
Good. Don't you got Bobby De Niro over there, too? Don't grab the wrong one or you'll be embarrassed. Okay, there we go. Real good.
This is like returning them if I show them on camera, right?
What about the Benito Mussolini biography you got over there? See who you're trying to
Il Duce. Hey, did you watch The Office? The show?
That's one show I have not gotten to yet. I know I should, and everyone tells me.
You're Mr. Know-It-All. You think you know all the funny shows ever?
I know.
There is a great episode when Dwight has to give an acceptance speech as salesperson of the year before the whole corporate thing, and he's so nervous. And Jim, who's kind of like you, the snarky one in the show, offers to help him with his speech, and he's like, "I don't need any help." And he listens to Michael, who gets him all crazy nervous, and then he's desperate. He goes and the day of the speech asks Jim for some help, and Jim gives him a text of a speech, and he says, make sure you pound the desk hard and wave your arms like this and do this. And he gave him the text of a speech by Benito Mussolini, Il Duce. And at first Dwight was too nervous to go up, and Michael went up and told some jokes. Of course, they were terrible, and no one clapped. And then Dwight finally worked up the nerve to go up, and he killed it with the Benito Mussolini. And he's going,
I love it.
Of all things, a Benito Mussolini speech. Not Hitler, not Stalin. The big one is like a secondary
right
bad guy,
a lesser dictator.
A lesser dictator. He's Italian.
That's true, from Italy.
Yeah. There was Frank Cosentino, and a friend of my dad's. He would always say, "Well, Christ, you're Italian." Usually, and he'd say, "It's Italian, you shithead." That's what he'd say.
Well, that sounds like a great segue to bring in our guest today, who is waiting in the.
Are you saying she's not a shithead?
No, I'm saying she might be Italian.
Well, let's find out.
All right, let's see.
That'll be our first question.
Which one are you? Which camp do you find?
You could be both.
Well, it's both.
Maybe a shit-talion.
Oh no. And Lisa's already regretting agreeing to this.
And the thing is, she agreed to be on every day for 25 minutes. That's great. She doesn't have anything else going on.
Oh my gosh. Fantastic.
There she is.
She's working in the same set as last time.
We can't hear you, Lisa.
I really tried to do.
Here we go.
Yeah, I tried to get that background up, and it keeps telling me I need a green screen or something, and I don't think that's right.
It'll be delivered next Tuesday. Sorry, I missed
Thank you.
Missed the day.
Thanks. It should also be noted that I'm in my spare room, which I haven't used since the cat brought a chipmunk in here.
I hope he does so today too.
It leaves it on your head.
That's entertainment.
We got some cat insights yesterday. We'll tell you about it. Yeah.
Yeah,
First, you have to tell us about your credentials as being a lifelong news digger-upper. Tell us, give us your background for the one or two people out there in America who don't know your work.
Okay, so I started with the Freeman, and then I was like one of 5 people get fired from the Freeman. So
really,
yeah.
What did you do?
Maybe you shouldn't tell us.
No, I don't know. I think they were just kind of cleaning house. It was a lot of the more senior people, and I wasn't even senior. I was young, but I kind of sucked still, I think.
So do I. It's fine.
That's why you're here. We do too. We're your people.
Welcome home,
Funny
Lisa.
how you found me.
Welcome to the suckers.
Exactly.
That was the original name of the show, actually.
I loved your comment, Jeff, about coming from a long line of second fiddles. That was good.
He should have said a long string of second fiddles. Would have been better.
Hey. It's no shtick Friday. Knock it off.
No shtick. Shut up, shtick. And Lisa, you were like the head honcho but isn't it ironic that your career, you circled back and you were like the head honcho over everyone, and the Waukesha Freeman was part of your group, right?
Exactly.
So then did you let go of all the new junior ones in retaliation when you got in control?
Boy, speaking of Mussolini.
Plus, I even applied back there, and they said no, and they didn't give me a look. So
what?
Yeah.
Waukesha sucks anyway.
It's a cutthroat business, man.
Yeah. So, Lisa, are you Italian?
No, that's one I'm not.
Okay.
You want to be?
I'm a real mutt.
You're a real mutt? Good. You belong here.
Yeah, I've got a lot of Russian and Prussian in me, and Czechoslovakian and Prussian.
Oh, did you hear one of our people got in trouble? The FBI this week. Igor Danchenko.
My dad or somebody told me about my great grandpa, how he would just sit in this like throne with a whip, ordering my grandma around.
Those were the days.
Talk about the greatest generation.
Those were the good old days.
And then my grandpa, oh my gosh, he wasn't much better. He didn't speak much. He just grunted.
Did he have different grunts that meant different things?
Probably, yeah. If we were trying to tell him a story about something that happened, he'd be like,
Oh my.
Did you call him Grandpa?
And then he would get up if we were visiting, or he was visiting us. He would get up like an hour before my grandma, and then he'd sit in the car and wait to go home.
First thing in the morning?
Very early. She wasn't even up, and she didn't care. She was going to make breakfast for all of us, and take her time, and then he'd come in. So it's always, I always still say to my brother, "Come on, Mary," when he's taking too long. One of us will sit in the car.
He probably considered that hour in the car his favorite time of the day.
Yeah, especially being with his 7 grandchildren. Sure, that might have to do with it.
At least I can lock this thing.
Didn't he come in to eat the breakfast that your grandma made?
You nailed it. Yes, that's what he did. He came in to eat.
He'd come in, slam the breakfast, and say, "Let's go."
Go back to the car. Yeah.
the grunt mobile.
Go to the bathroom, grunt a little, squat, grunt, all the good words.
Yeah. Chug the Listerine. The whole house looked like it.
What part of Wisconsin was all this grunting going on? Where were they?
A Coleman. Up in Crivets by Crivets.
Oh, sure. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. But
I think everybody.
They raised my dad in Milwaukee, which I still kind of like. How did my grandpa? How did he? Live in Milwaukee? I don't know. Oh! Let's not forget this. He fell from a silo. When he was young.
Jeez.
And
which one, Grandpa?
Yeah, Grandpa fell from a silo.
I thought you were asking which silo.
I know, too.
Yeah.
And at some point, my dad said that they had to amputate his leg, and so I don't know. He fashioned a wooden stick at the end of it so he could drive.
Whoa! Oh my gosh, this is awesome.
Is he still alive? Is Grandpa still alive?
No. He did last till like 92, though.
Of course.
Do you still have the stick?
He did. He graduated to an actual wooden leg, which all of us were like, "Oh, Grandpa's taking his wooden leg off." We'd all go watch him take it off.
Wow.
Okay, and then one last. I think the last thing with him is they had this big property in Crivets at Coleman, and he never just drove down the country road to his driveway. He would drive like over the lawn, but there was like a little ditch. So I mean, like at 40 miles an hour, he's speeding down the road, cross the, down the ditch, over the yard, across the lawn.
Wow.
Or
what was the reasoning behind that? Did he ever tell you? Just grunt. Did you ever ask him?
No, he wouldn't answer questions like that.
That's why you're such a good interviewer now. You're used to people just grunting when you ask them something.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to put you off.
For visual aid, I brought up the Coleman Village of Coleman website.
Okay.
They're getting ready for the Memorial Day ceremony. Oh, okay, that just already happened. But yeah, it's nice. You can get your yeah.
Wait. What's the news?
You recognize that area there, Lisa?
No, click for news. Oh, is that it?
News? Okay. There's a little nice,
yeah, do you recognize it? That's a nice
little bridge there,
Yeah.
I don't remember anything from last week. I don't know.
No memories of Coleman. Okay.
Where's the ditch that your grandpa drove through?
It's on some road that starts with an L, but I really do want to go see that someday.
You have to.
My dad's not much better of a driver either.
The only news out of Coleman is that they're increasing the water rates effective 6/15/21. And then the utility board, and here's the people you can complain to: Glenn Wolf, Jim Carlin, Nancy Stank, Lori Gross, and the utility meetings are the second Monday of every month at 11 a.m.
Nancy Stank. I wonder if
it's Tony and Jack. Tony and Jack.
We got Gross and a Stank. Gross and Stank.
That'll be fine.
They always knew when your grandpa was calling to complain, because he'd call and I'm going to talk to someone about the water rate increase, and they pick up the phone.
We got the grunter on line 3.
What was your grandpa's name, Lisa?
That's funny. You should ask that.
I don't know.
We just throw you the softballs. You hit them out of the park.
Ed Kudnahufsky.
Right on. Can we have a spelling on that, please, Lisa?
known to everyone far and near as Ed K.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. It's CUDNOHUFSKY. But that was my dad's dad, so shouldn't that be my name?
Yeah. What happened?
Yes.
Did you change your name from Kudnahufsky to Curtis?
Why did you do such a thing?
My dad did after the second kid was born.
said this one might last. I got two now. Let's change. We're not going to have two of these kids kind of huskies in school.
Yeah. So that should be my byline, Lisa Kudnahowski.
Oh my God! They give you a bigger piece just to get your name in there.
Yeah, I'd get paid more by the word now. Column inch.
The news graphic would wind up weighing like 3 times as much for all that extra ink. That's wonderful. Yep. So, Lisa, you've had a busy, or shall I say, Miss Kudnahowski?
Ms. Cud.
You had yourself quite a busy spell out here in Ozaukee County, haven't you?
Yeah. Yeah, it really doesn't stop.
You might need a cruise or something to get away for a while.
Well, I thought that stupid recall was done, but then I saw that they said they're just getting started.
Yep. Yep.
Did they say
Yeah,
that?
if you came here for some like White House analysis shit, you're not living.
Uh-oh. So Jim McClashevsky, she's not.
No, she's Lisa Kudnahowski. So what was it like being in the middle of this recall thing? Were people, when you talked to them, both sides, were they amenable?
Yeah, everyone wanted me to go down this path and that rabbit hole and, look over here, look over there. And I mean, I could have, but there was a lot of real news, the other news stories that I wasn't covering. So, you could only do so much. And, a lot of accusations of things that, you can't necessarily cover in a paper without,
Something Inquirer.
Truth, right? And proof, and that's hard to.
Need proof to write something? What the hell?
Yes. And then near the end, then the legal, and then we got to the legal phase, and I don't know that we're done with that either. The whole legal phase.
Oh, I'm sure not. These things don't resolve themselves overnight.
Were you surprised that the recallists took the collar and not one of them got in? Did that surprise you, or would you not be surprised anything in that election?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I guess I thought that if they all went, that one went, they all would go, and if they all stayed, they all stayed. It was interesting though to look at, there was variations on some of those on the votes, not a lot, but trying to think of who got, one or two got, more votes than the others, the incumbents. So
yeah, the numbers were pretty much concurrent across the 4.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But not exactly, but yes, they were. And, Eric Hollander really never said anything. Chris Schultz, she at least made some statements, but Eric really, didn't want to talk at all. And, he did pretty well. I think he maybe had a few more votes, and I thought,
it's very telling. The guy who didn't want to talk at all got the
most. There's a lesson. There's a lesson in there somewhere about keeping your mouth shut and listening,
but not heard.
Yes.
So right. I don't know, but yeah, and I thought, well, will that matter that he never said anything? But I'd like to think that we could just cover some other things now, and we can move on. And the board,
April is coming. April is coming.
Yeah,
April,
you're only 6 months away from the next one.
Absolutely, no, not 6. Well, yeah, 6. Oh, I bet my math's been wrong. But yeah, so no. So 4. But sure. And and they can take out papers, at the end of next month. So
yeah.
Campaign paper. So sure.
Wow, you're gonna be right back on it. The trail will still be warm.
Yeah, I gotta get in my feature stories and all this stuff. And
Bat Boy discovered in Mexico. In a cave in Mexico.
You got to get out in the car and sit and wait for this thing to go away, and then come back. take a lesson from Grandpa, from Ed.
Oh man,
what would Ed do? So, what's it like? Is there any difference in covering the Mequon and Thiensville
versus Cedarburg
and Cedarburg, Grafton, or any other areas? Yeah, or Grafton, or Port, or anything is there? Because before. Well, you covered Lowell County before, but you never really had such a focus yourself on one area. Is that
exactly.
true? And how's that going over? You're an outsider, for God's sake.
They're really nice. They're really nice and very helpful. Everyone in this county is so nice, you know.
Really?
They'll
really
kill you with nice.
What?
Right. You know, can I say maybe like
no one's ever nice to me.
Are they a little bit more like buttoned up a little bit? You know, I haven't gotten them to spill, you know, behind the scenes stuff really.
Work on them.
I do.
You give me old Kudnowski's charm that you inherited.
You want to go out for a drink?
Call them up and say, "Don't make me Diane Sawyer you."
What other stories have been going on in Mequon, Deansville that have been overwhelmed by the recall?
Well, you know, there's like development, you know, planning to go on in Thiensville. You know, like the Chinese restaurant came down, and they really do have some plans for that area along Freistad. You know,
what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do for all those homeless rats that they?
They're going to put up condos or apartments.
Shocking.
That would be a great location right across the street from Chuck's place.
Condos for rats?
Yeah. Rich rats. Yeah, be a rich rat.
Oh, right.
What? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So Lisa, did you think going into this, like into this year even, that school board issues would be the top of your list, of your to-do list? I mean, of your reportage list. I mean, and do you think this wave is kind of moving its way through Ozaukee County? Because as goes, you know, the MT school district, maybe so goes us and Grafton. I mean, do you see more of these issues that are going to?
I heard someone say yesterday. I heard someone say like they heard like rumblings of a recall in Cedarburg school board, but I haven't heard that. I mean,
well, clearly they don't work. They just don't work. I mean, it's cute, you know, and it gives people something to do, keeps them off the streets. That's lovely.
Well, no, it's making a lot of money for attorneys. So.
Oh, you betcha. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No, we would.
Who's the winner in this, attorneys?
I was worried about our attorneys. Now I'm not anymore.
Yeah,
so
I know.
Nice. I was like, how are they going to eat?
I was thinking the other night when I kept hitting refresh on the election results page, you know, wouldn't it have been awesome if we like raised $1 for charity for every time someone hit refresh on that page?
All right, you socialists, get off the air. Talk about troublemaking and muckraking and yellow journalism.
I think that's
trying to help
I stand
people.
by that.
Bulldog, you said yesterday, I think it was, that you read it was like 80 some school board recalls across the country.
80 nationwide, yep. And I believe, was it 9 in Wisconsin? Something like that?
11.
So,
11
okay.
in Wisconsin.
Yeah. Hey, we hit double digits this year. All right.
Yeah, and I wonder how many were unseated in those 11, even in Wisconsin.
I would like to see some stats. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I read that South Lake, Texas was.
Well, you don't mess with Texas.
They'll take care of you.
The version of a recall usually involves buckshot, I hear. So, yeah, there you go. So, Lisa, what weekends coming up? What does a intrepid reporter like yourself do on the weekends? What are you on the job, or are you able to
embed yourself somewhere in a bar, local tavern, or something?
Yeah, I 2 weeks ago, I was like, I think my life can best be described as like a frat party. And this weekend is no exception.
Well, where's the party, for God's sake?
New Glarus.
New Glarus?
Oh, down the hatch, a little spotted cow action.
Yeah.
You're going to New Glarus?
Tonight.
Oh, for what? Anything in particular, or just to go take a tour?
So there was 8 of us who lived in a house in college together, and
you're going to have a headache on Monday.
Six of us are going to be in New Glarus.
Oh man! The other 2 weren't invited.
Toga. Nice.
I got into a scrap once in New Glarus.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was there.
What so why New Glarus? What is it because of the homeless?
One of our friends lives there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep.
Where did you all room together though? Was it New Glarus? Where were you?
Eau Claire.
Eau Claire. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Eau Claire. Yep.
They have a community radio station up there, just like my own.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah, that's a nice city. That's
yeah.
a nice city.
Good music city. Very good music city.
For
some reason.
Bon Iver.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, absolutely. So where's your co-star this morning, Lisa? Your feline agent, manager.
She's just sitting there staring at me.
Unblinking spawn of Satan that off.
Oh, here she comes. Come here, Sushi. Come on. Sushi, come here.
Wait a minute. My cat's name is Sushi. My cat's name is Shusha.
Susha.
Yeah. Come here. Come on.
We should get Susha and Sushi together. It'd be just like a storybook.
Dr. Kelly.
I hear her.
Oh.
Hey! All right. Oh, it's like, not today. No way.
A little bit. Quick shot.
Nearly enough.
We told Dr. Kelly about your incident with Sushi last time that you were jumping on your head, and she said that's a sign when cats do that. That's a sign of trust, that they trust you when they turn their tail at you. So I think
she trusts me.
I think she trusts us.
And do you trust her?
Yeah.
I do. You know, she's pretty good. I can train her. I say no claws, and she pulls them in. And
really, no way.
Can you do the reverse? Can you do the reverse of that on someone else and say Sushi claws?
But I go pretty far back as a cat walker, so I don't want to be a cat lady, but I am.
Wait.
I walk cats.
Really?
For many years. Yep.
Outdoors on a leash?
No leash.
Oh,
and
that's
then
cool.
they'd stop when I tell them to stop. They'd lay down when I stopped and talk to somebody for a long time, for as long as I. It's kind of weird.
And you're a talker.
Yeah.
That could be a long conversation.
You remember Spencer Thomas?
Spencer Thomas.
He's on the Lions. He was real involved in the Lions. He passed away about 2 years ago. No? Spencer? Oh, good guy. He lives around the corner, and he was always just like, gosh, what the hell? Because then
my neighbors say the same thing, Lisa. All right.
And then a neighbor whose cat kept following us all the time said, can you just take that cat? And I was like, I guess. So then I was walking a dog.
Yes.
So then it was a dog and 2 cats. And we'd go like a mile. And
it's
then
like a Disney movie.
Talk, and they would all just sit there or lie down.
Oh my gosh.
I'd sit on Spencer's porch and talk, and they just all lie down.
What?
You know, some people are part cat. You may be close to all cat, Lisa.
No kidding.
I hope I don't find you kicking around the sandbox there.
Well, you
all
know,
that girl conversation in the bathroom.
Well, you both know Laurel Cation, who was our social media director before she ditched us. She walks her cat Louie, but she has him on a leash.
Okay. Yep. So does Kathy Hall. Yep.
I've never seen it before.
We have left the planet Earth. All these people with cats on leashes. I swear, it's amazing. Because I've read, cats don't dig that.
I don't think it's that uncommon.
Huh.
So,
my cats would actually they would dump my body in the river if I tried to put them on a leash.
I think that's a pretty
Freddy Krueger.
That's a pretty good. Lisa, you have a good outlook on life. You do something, you're like, I do it, so I don't think it's that uncommon. And, it's like the rest of the world is like this. Doesn't everybody do this? What's the matter with you people?
I see it though. I'm not the only one who. I don't anymore. Sushi is like the others are gone now, and Sushi is an indoor cat.
Yeah.
So, but I saw it around. Like people were doing it. So come on.
So, you think of taking on more cats as as the days. And
Well,
you looking to unload one or something, Bulldog? What's going on?
I am privy to one that showed up at my ex-wife's house this week, and his name is Fat Stanley because he's massive. So, apparently, quite a sweetheart, though. Actually, quite a lover. So, it looks exactly. Actually, it's an orange tabby type of guy.
it
So.
better not be mine cheating on me, Mickey. I got one.
I'll yell out Mickey when I see them later and see how it goes.
Yeah, you do that because oh look, you look pretty. So Orange Cat always around. I think I tried to unload him on you before, Bulldog.
That's possible. Yeah. I think it happened anyway.
Really sociable. He would sit with the other pharaohs. He plays with them. The tailless raccoon who always came and ate the scraps. They sat on the front steps together and
What?
Yep.
Oh.
And I looked it up. Feral cats and raccoons are fine together.
Huh.
And
I hate raccoons.
I know, but this one, he was tailless. So,
Give him a free pass. His lack of tail gives him a free pass.
Too bad your grandpa wasn't around. He could have fashioned him a stick or something to swing around behind him.
You would have fashioned him something.
Shallow grave.
Old fashioned.
Yeah.
Shallow.
So I bring this cat in. He's chipped, Mickey, and by someone we all know, but I won't say. But anyway, and then
that would be a scoop. That'd be a hot take for the week.
Yeah. And so then the humane society says they want to talk to you, and then they say, do you want to keep him? And I'm like, well, my own cat's like really gets really worked up when this cat's around outside, and so probably not. And then he says, by the way, he's gone already. That was the day he was returned.
Oh,
so it took him 4 days to get back, but now he's been back, and I've been working him in the house every night. He stays for about 90 minutes, and sushi's much better, but I think so. Hopefully,
did he stop by to watch Netflix? 90 minutes is like a movie.
We have a really large TV, and he's like, he's put off by that. He's always like.
You gotta get him an old tube TV for him.
They should make you put you on the cat beat, for God's sakes, or the pet beat.
I know. I want to do pet obituaries. That was something I advocated for.
Oh, that's brilliant.
A paper needs pet obituaries.
That'd be huge, actually.
I know.
People would love that. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, let's work on that. We can bring it to us. We'll work on it here. I mean,
if you write them out, you can read it on air for the cat.
Oh, totally. Bring it here.
Yeah.
So of course, I'll start bawling because dead animals breaks me up.
Gosh.
We'll fall apart. It's supposed to be in a sunshiny mood. We're talking about everyone's dead.
We're all crying.
Might bring the room down a little, Jack. I don't know.
Did you say sunshiny? You're sunshiny? You're one of the most depressing people I've ever known.
Well, but I do it with a smile.
Oh, yeah. This is going to be bad for you, but I got to tell you, you're going to love it. It's going to make you smile. No.
I believe in the duality of life, Jack.
Oh, God.
Well, we are unfortunately running out of time, folks. We gotta go resume our real life.
Well,
okay. Good job on the the daily podcast.
We did it. This is day 5.
Mostly...
Are you going to be
car troubles?
Are you going to be a regular Friday reporter for us inside the beat? Can you do this every Friday?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Excellent. Fantastic.
And can we have a moment of silence for Don Molyneux, the longtime village president? He was 102.
Wow.
He was probably the longest serving elected official in Thiensville.
Really?
Yeah.
102.
He passed away this week at 102. So I'll be working on a feature obit story about him.
Wow. Oh, good.
Good. Yeah. Boy, was he involved in a lot of things. So.
Was he a good guy?
Yeah. No. Of course he was.
You
Yes.
know, damn! I like the no part. I said, tell me more.
If you wonder what the flags are at half staff in Thiensville, there's Mullino Park.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. I've never heard of them, but they'd be great. You got to tell us about them next week.
Yeah.
When is,
I will. We'll read my story.
Yeah,
That'd
good.
be great too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll
We're here
tell you
for
about
it.
them next week. Okay.
Good. All
Hey,
right.
this is fun. I'll have a drink for you guys this weekend.
Oh, well.
Have two for me. It's been a rough week.
Is that consecutively or cumulatively?
Sure.
Simultaneously. A double
It's
shot.
really hard to get two with it. So I mean, all
Not
the
with your
sides,
horn.
No. All right, folks. Everyone have a good weekend.
Okay, yep. Have a good weekend. This is fun.
All right.
Good.
Thanks.
See you next
Lisa.
week.
We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
week. Absolutely.
Bring the dirt. Bring the dirt.
Spread the
try.
soil.
Yeah. All right. See ya.
Very
Thanks,
good.
Lisa.
All right, everybody.
All right, Bulldog.
Wow.
Are we
5
back
days,
on?
man.
Are we back on next Monday? Has
Heck
Linda
yeah.
given you? Linda hasn't
The
come down
ink
and
is- the
give you
ink
this?
is, right. The ink is still wet on our contract.
Oh.
Meaning it's easily erased.
I thought you were going to say the dog or the cat wet on our contract.
That's what we call around here notarizing. Oh, fun.
Notarize this. In honor of Lisa the grandfather.
That was her great stories, man. That was she brought the goods. I knew she would.
My favorite part was he went and sat in the couch. She wasn't even out of bed yet.
For like an hour.
And then she gets up and starts making breakfast for everyone.
You
And then he
realize-
finally comes in to eat.
You realize the neighbor by like the third year knows that there's this guy in the driveway at like 5 a.m. You know, like, it's totally just part of this morning view, you know.
I wonder.
Hoffhauser, whatever.
Kudkowski, right?
Right.
I wonder if he would come in, eat, and then say,
Go back to the car.
"Go back to the car."
I'll be in my office.
There's so much more I want to know on that. Did he start the car and did he keep the heater going while
He had to fill his car up like 4 times a week.
I'll be right back. You gotta go to the gas station.
I'm beginning to understand our greenhouse gas problem. It's all coming from outside of Crimmins.
That's classic. Not only is he funny, but Grandma Kudkowski, she's like, screw him. Not only am I not hustling, I'm making breakfast for everybody before we go. Gets up on her own time. She showed him. I mean, he thought he was so smart. He's like, go sit in the car, you dumbass.
Good Morning America's almost over. I'll be out in a bit. David Hartman's wrapping his interview with Gene Shalit's on. I'll be coming.
Gene Shalit.
That's fun.
Okay, that's one name. After Kudkowski, that's probably the most surprising name I've heard today.
Gene Shalit.
Gene Shalit.
I used to love his movie reviews. He'd say, I didn't even understand this movie at all. It made no sense to me. And then like, everyone else is like, what? It's Star Wars.
and then he'd go,
yeah. Well, because his stash would flare out. Yeah, it was great. He like the Super Mario of movie reviewing. So
I did like him.
Yeah, he was fun. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We survived 5 days, man. We did it. I wasn't sure.
We made it through Kudkowski's. We made it through McGangbangs. We made it through.
Oh my gosh.
God, what did Linda think of the McGangbangs? Yeah.
I didn't ask her yet.
I don't often say this to you, but wise move.
You want me to put that in an official library email on municipal letter?
Say these are hot topics of the week. This show is supposed to be about the library, by the way, as I recall. So
yeah, we got books.
Is there any? Okay, well. All
set. I'm here for you.
And my short sleeve button down.
That's right. We wear a tie.
And khaki. Do you have khaki pants? Are you rocking khaki pants again? Of course. With dirt shirt, shoes. You are. Is there a men's clothing store anywhere in the area that will take this man and do something with him?
If you try to put cool threads on me, I'll break out in such a rash.
Cool threads. Anybody who says threads doesn't have to worry about being cool.
It's someone who worships Gene Shalit. All right, everybody.
I thought you were going to say Jesus. I said, wait a minute.
No.
That's the wrong guy.
Sabbath tonight. All right. Thanks, everybody. Back next week. Right. 5 more days. Good stuff.
One at a time. We'll take it one day at a time.
Right.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. right here on Facebook Live.
On Monday, after the Aaron Rodgers-less Packers beat Kansas City.
Ooh.
Kansas City.
I know it'll be on the news on Monday.
You're saying, show me love because of their quarterback.
Show me the immunization. All right, everybody.
All right.
Have a good weekend. We will see you next week. Thanks all. Bye.